What if the V8 isn't just surviving? It could actually be making an insane comeback. You thought V8s were fading away? Well, 2025 just proved you wrong, because this year they're delivering some of the most powerful and downright insane V8 machines ever built. If you love raw power and roaring engines, this top 10 V8s list is for you. And you won't believe what's at the top. It could be the last of its kind. Let's start with the insane Porsche Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid. Before you say Porsche, this beast has already hit 60 miles per hour. Now, here's something to get your heart racing. 771 horsepower under the hood, launching from 0 to 60 in just 2.6 seconds. It tears through the quarter mile in 10.8 seconds. Top speed? 202 miles per hour. Now that's serious. What powers this machine? A 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 delivering 591 horsepower, boosted by an electric motor. And it's not just about speed, it's clever too. Porsche Active Ride ensures the body remains perfectly stable during turns, rapid acceleration, and hard braking, making speed effortless. Did you know that it carries a price tag that's $4,000 higher than a 911 GT3? Yes, it cost more than a GT3. But hey, it's got a V8. This is luxury in one brutally fast package. Think that was wild? Just wait until you hear what's next. We're diving into Lexus's 500F Sport Performance and LC 500. We cheated again, comparing IS and LC both powered by an outstanding V8. Did you know? In 2025, Lexus will produce more naturally aspirated V8 engines than any other manufacturer. And which two models stand out? The LC 500 and the IS 500, each powered by 5.0-liter naturally aspirated V8 delivering just over 470 horsepower. But this is where it gets fascinating. One costs nearly double the other, yet both provide an exciting V8 experience. The LC 500 is a handcrafted luxury grand tourer at $100,000. While it's not the fastest, it's designed for effortless cruising and top-down elegance. The IS 500F Sport Performance, a bit faster, significantly more practical, and half the cost. At just over $60,000, it's one of the most affordable ways to own a naturally aspirated V8 in 2025. So what matters more to you? Stunning looks or sheer value? And just when you thought we were done with surprises, meet the Ford Mustang GT and Dark Horse. At around $48,000, the Mustang GT is the most affordable car on this list. But it's not just about price. Only 2 cars offer a manual transmission, but only one pair with a naturally aspirated V8. And that makes it raw. In a world of turbocharged, hybridized, or electrified, the Mustang GT stands alone, delivering pure, old-school muscle. The 5.0-liter Coyote 5.8 roars 60 miles per hour in about 4.2 seconds. Not the fastest, but in everyday traffic, those other cars won't be anywhere close. But here's the real question. Is the Mustang enough, or do you crave something even wilder? The Dark Horse isn't just an upgrade, it's a transformation. With 500 horsepower, track-focused tuning, and a more aggressive stance, it pushes the Mustang to its absolute limits. Now your choice: raw, unfiltered Mustang GT or the Dark Horse built for the hunt. Either way, you're driving a legend. And if that's not enough to get your heart racing, the Ferrari Roma Spider will do the trick. With various options, a new Ferrari Roma Spider will cost you more than $300,000. But hey, at least it's the least expensive new Ferrari you can buy, right? For that price, you receive a flat plain crank twin-turbo V8 that delivers 612 horsepower. That's significantly less than the Corvette Z06's 670 horsepower. So, when comparing horsepower to price, the Roma Spider falls short, severely. However, here's the catch. Have you ever taken one for a spin? Picture this. The sun is shining, the wind rushes past, and behind you, that twin-turbo V8 sings its high-pitched symphony. Every shift, every throttle blip. Pure magic. That's impressive. But what if I told you there's something even more outrageous? Well, now, you're stepping towards the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 and ZR1. Now here's a fun fact. If the Corvette Z06 cranks the Stingray to 11, then the ZR1, that thing turns it up to 20. Both monsters share a 5.5-liter flat-plane crank V8. In the Z06, it's called the LT6, a naturally aspirated masterpiece that revs to 8,600 RPM and delivers a screaming 670 horsepower. One of the most thrilling V8s ever. But the ZR1? That's where things get wild. Do you have any idea that it's the same 5.5-liter engine and slaps on twin turbos? Meet the LT7. You could spend $1 million for this performance or just buy the ZR1. The Corvette just changed the supercar rules again. And just when you think you've seen it all, think again. Because here's Chevrolet Corvette Stingray/E-Ray. We did it again. Pairing the C8 Corvette Stingray and the E-Ray, both powered by LT2 V8. The E-Ray adds a twist. It's the first ever all-wheel drive Corvette, with an electric motor that enhances both power and traction. The result? Both can rocket from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. That's some serious supercar performance. Here's the wildest part. These are the first genuine sports cars on our list. At around $70,000, the price-to-performance value is insane. Purebred V8 sports cars are disappearing fast, but the Corvette? It proves that American muscle still stands strong. Its track-focused, razor-sharp Chevy is still the king of affordable supercar performance. It gets better, because the next car on this list doesn't just perform, it shocks even the biggest car fanatic. And it's the Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing. If I had to pick one non-Corvette, it could be the CT5-V Blackwing. Why? Let's talk about the 668 horsepower LT4, the same supercharged beast from the C7 Corvette Z06. But here's the kicker. That power is sent to the rear wheel via a standard 6-speed manual transmission. That's right, a manual Cadillac. And let's be honest, nobody expects to get smoked by a Cadillac sedan. But this one will. In a car drive test, the CT5-V Blackwing completed a 0 to 150 miles per hour test, just 0.3 seconds behind a Porsche GT3 RS. Let that sink in. A full-sized Cadillac sedan with a full-size trunk, keeping up with the best track cars in the world. This might be the final and finest V8-powered Cadillac sedan ever. A manual transmission, rear-wheel drive, and a luxury interior. So are you grabbing one while you still can? But just when you thought things couldn't get crazier, here comes the BMW M5 that takes it to a whole new level. The 2025 BMW M5 7th generation, codenamed G90. And let's be honest, the G might as well stand for good grief. This thing is heavy. At 5,400 pounds, it's half a ton heavier than the last M5, and why? Blame the plug-in hybrid system. But here's the twist. More weight means more firepower. Now, packing 717 horsepower. That's 100 more than before. Enough to rocket this luxury land missile to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds flat and tops out at 190 miles per hour. But here's where things get even weirder. It also offers 25 miles of fully electric driving. Yep, an M5 that can silently glide through the city before, boom, the 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 kicks in. And just when BMW couldn't get crazier, they dropped the ultimate bombshell. There's a wagon. Meet the M5 Touring. Same power, same speed, now with cargo space. A 5,400-pound hybrid super sedan and a 700-horsepower family hauler. What a time to be alive! Think that was wild? Just wait until you hear what's next, and we go to exquisite Audi RS6 Avant. There was a time when station wagons were boring, just rolling boxes designed for grocery runs and soccer practice. But those days? Long gone. Now, we have machines like the Audi RS6 Avant. At first glance, it is a practical family hauler. But under the hood, that's where the story changes. A twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 cranking out 621 horsepower, which means this thing isn't just fast, it's supercar fast. And here's where things get even crazier. Despite its hardcore performance, it won't beat you up. More comfortable than you'd expect. Faster than you'd expect. More practical than you'd expect. It defies expectations. Sure, at around $130,000, it isn't exactly cheap. But you're still looking at one of the best cars on sale today. So the real question is, why wouldn't you want one? And while that is already insane, the Aston Martin Vantage proves that raw power isn't the only way to have a blast behind the wheel. Some cars aren't just machines, they're statements. The Aston Martin Vantage is one of them. At a price of around $200,000, it's no bargain. But just look at it. Every curve, every line, this isn't just a car, it's art on wheels. And under the hood? A twin-turbo V8 piping out 656 horsepower that launches you to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds, topping out at 202 miles per hour. But here's the thing. The Vantage isn't a precise, track-focused weapon, it's something different. A grand tourer, a gentleman's car, built for the open road, where the journey matters more than the destination. Prefer your V8 soundtrack with a little wind in your hair? There's the Vantage Roadster. No matter the version, it's exclusive, something special. But here's a tip, and James Bond won't tell you this one. The Aston Martin Vantage? It depreciates fast. For a fraction of the price, you can own a Vantage that makes you feel like a secret agent. A supercar in disguise with a wicked soundtrack. From supercharged sedans to high-tech monsters, from luxury grand tours to track-ready beasts, 2025 proves the V8 isn't just surviving, they're roaring. Fast, loud, unapologetic. If this is the final chapter for V8s, what a way to go out. Long live the V8. If you liked this video, watch this next video about the top cars to buy in 2025.